All right, everyone, it is September 3rd, 2023, and today we are here at a very famous elevator that most of you probably already recognize. However, for those of you who don't know this, we are here at the elevator at the elevaTOURs Elevator Museum. And it has been a while since I've done a tour of the museum, so let's head on upstairs and take a look at the elevator museum. This has been a very highly requested video. The elevator runs a lot more rough now, at least the door. So let's head on up.
Hello there.
And look who it is. All right, well, let's go see what the elevator museum looks like.
Can't wait.
And here it is.
September 2023. Let's look at the trusty Timex Iron Man with Indiglo.
There it is. So, it hasn't changed a ton, main looks, but we do have a lot of new stuff here that we are going to take a look at. And again, it's been over a year since I've been here, so we're just going to start from the beginning and start working our way around.
Before we get started, we also have another elevator company that's been very kind to the elevator museum. Park Elevators out of North Carolina.
Yep, so we have a new sign. I guess that's kind of like the major change. So a new elevator sign. But we'll go ahead and get started here. And like usual, you've probably seen a lot of this stuff, but here we go. So we actually took the Dover panel out of here, but we've got the Fair Hall panel down here, which is...
That's only a temporary change because
yeah.
he's made for it.
Apparently the basement's on the top floor on this elevator, but this is new, at least for me.
Probably stood for ballroom.
Here we have the actual park elevator button here. This here is Andrew's new favorite elevator button.
That's also probably the latest donation to the elevator museum.
It actually is. Here is the general panel. I gotta fix the 2, it looks like. I think I gotta fix the 4. Yep, gotta fix that as well. This button's kind of falling apart a little bit. Here is the Montgomery, the A series.
Funny story about that panel is I just got a random email a few years ago saying that that was in his office. He's going to throw it away if I didn't want it. That said send it in.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So here there's the Dewhurst. Got, of course, the Dominion buttons. Alderson.
That right there is the first elevator piece I ever acquired. Way back in, I think it was 1997.
There we go. Some GAL Jet Plus. Very common buttons, some of our southern pieces. Up here we have some padding that I need to fix, but we've got this old rotary CJ Anderson button. This here is a Montgomery black button. Got some more black button. These are the car tops. We got the 2 styles. Alistair Whitney, Montgomery Vector. Should get that wired up. And actually, this CJ Anderson, we have a slight mod we're going to do too, which I actually forgot about. And yet another Montgomery car top. Up here, actually, this is a piece I just gave to the museum. This is a little dumbwaiter button.
CJ Anderson.
Here's this thing that I built a while back, which I actually have a new one of these for Andrew, a triangle button. So I may take this back and make an actual, like a 3D printed plate for instead of this like weird electrical box. But it works well for what it is. We got some more CJ Anderson here as well. This is a new piece, at least since the last video, old Dover. And I actually filmed this elevator when it was in service. More CJ Anderson, general plate, which is here for whatever reason. This is another new piece, I know for sure, because I gave this to Andrew. These are those really weird, I guess Montgomery. We're not really sure what brand these are. These old buttons are really cool.
You find those in Montgomery elevators.
Yep. There's some of the things on the top. The elevator lubricant. And I guess while I'm at it now, I'll go ahead and just pan the top here. Go ahead and knock out all the things hanging around the ceiling, which I don't know if we've added anything new Have I hung anything new up? Oh, the big Dominion plate's been hung up. I think that's the only new thing I've hung up, or at least we've hung up since last time. There's the keener part there.
Sadly, the building that Dominion plate came out of has been demolished.
Yep. All right, now back to this shelf. There's this car up light, which is really cool. Oh, this black button. Montgomery. This is a new piece, the Fujitech. I actually did a video wiring these up. It's really cool.
Came from Jim.
Yep.
Texas.
We have a Westinghouse button here, which is upside down. Just going to flip that over because that is aggravating me. Here is a button from the Sears Tower. Do need to wire this up. Sears Tower button. That's really cool. Dover Impulse. A monitor button from the Keener Garage. And this thing's new. This is cool. What is this? Armor?
That, I don't know. I've never seen those contact locks before.
MCO. Whoa! I haven't seen these. Those things are huge. Oh, Square D switches. These are really cool. I might be investigating that a bit more. That's new to me as well. And of course we have this thing with the beeper and all the different buttons. Got some EPCO. Oh, this is a long. I need to wire this up. Actually, I gave this to Andrew here. Long call button. Some EPCO. This thing's kind of neat. Oh, well, the bell doesn't work.
Yeah, the battery, I think, has finally gotten dead enough not to ring the bell.
Aw, well, we'll have to fix that. Here's the Shepherd button. And Montgomery A series. This is like that's like a sales sample. Here's the ESCO GAL panel. Another GAL call button. And of course the big PTL sales sample. Just push a couple of those because they're pretty much all the same. Some old brass buttons. Westinghouse. Here's the pain panel, and we finally got the key for it. Sweet. And of course the buttons. Contacts could be cleaned again. Here's the Westinghouse black button. And I got this for you. I actually wired this. Oh wow, I think I made a video on this and I just haven't edited yet. Yeah, this is totally an unedited part video. But here's the EPCO. Yeah, it does. I didn't make mine work yet though. I did this one, but not mine. There's the prototype Hotel Roanoke part, and there's the K&H crank, which still doesn't work. Montgomery A series, which for whatever reason is sitting there. Not really sure. I guess we ran out of space. Oh, we moved some stuff around temporarily. Here's the long panel, which has the alarm, and then of course you can't forget the floors passing. So we'll go ahead and make it go all the way up. You know, you gotta have the classic long glitch. So like, you know, of course when it switches floors, it does the whole like, you know, like, oh, I can, you know, do that. You hold just two buttons down and it glitches, so. Boop. So that's the long. Over here, here's the indicator. And that is what is producing the click, 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 click sound that you probably are know pretty well now. So it's kind of an iconic sound down here now. Here is the rotodial button, which is not plugged in, which, you know, does actually work. It's just not plugged in. Does it? Mm-hmm. I guess I gotta fix that. I actually have a new design for these rotodials that are a lot better. So this might need a trip to St. Louis for some new software and some new, new part. Here we have the EPCO, some innovation, more EPCO, Adams, some Houghton, Arrowheart, Armor, and more EPCO. Oh, I forgot I wired that up. I think I made a video on that. Here's some of the Otis shelf, black buttons. This thing's like the super stiff button. Oh, the black button, the Lexan. I have a couple touch buttons here, which I don't think actually need to be here because they don't do anything. Here is the rotodial, which will do the express mode all the way to the top. I like it saying on 13 because that's cool. Looks like Jared swapped these buttons out with the metal buttons, so this looks cool. Yep, and Series 1. And a bunch of Otis artifacts. Here's the dumbwaiter part, like the huge, like cast iron. I think I did a video on this. This is the Menger Lexan panel. More Otis black button. And of course the Boxley building. Some more plates here. And an Otis flashlight. I didn't even realize there was an Otis mag light. That's really cool. Here is the C.J. Anderson, the GNS panel. Here's the Allied GAL panel. This thing's really cool. The Baxter & Sons US panel. I don't know if this was wired. Why does the 3-button not work? Really? Oh, that's really loud. Forgot I put an annoying beeper on that. And actually, this is a Montgomery Square panel that I gave Andrew. This is a new piece in the museum. But the other one is over here. And this one actually does light up, which actually looks like the battery's going dead. Actually, this thing was wired in 2018, so that's been sitting around a while. All right, over here we've got the simulator, which broke. Rest in peace, microcontroller. I was gonna bring a replacement, but I forgot. So this doesn't work, but I did a video on this. Here is the old Schindler button, the car panel that I wired up. Here is the US panel from the Elmwood garage, and I swapped the LEDs out with incandescents.
It looks so much better.
It looks way better. There's the alarm. Here is an Otis crank. Oh, it's this crank. We have like 3 of these now. This is the really shiny one. Oh, this is falling over, and this is why I built stands for these, so I'll demonstrate the cranks in another one, or the other ones. All right, down here is the old Dover. We got CJ Anderson.
Which Dover?
The Blackburn.
That sentimentally is probably my favorite.
Yep. Here is an old Esco panel that looks like it's been redone. Looks really nice. Here is the Regency button with the kind of satisfying clicky. There's the 10-stop Montgomery panel. There's a new A-series panel that I got for Andrew. I actually have one of those too. Over here is the Otis simulator, which I can't remember if this was in the video or not, in my last part video. This thing's pretty cool. Basically, full Otis simulator with the disappearing indicator. You can see here it's, well, I stopped it at 4. It's still going up. 5. So it's up on 5 now.
And now it's about to park.
Yep. So that would be the doors closing. Let's go down to 4. We're on 4. We can also do fire service. So turn on fire service. There's 7. Let's say you don't want to go there. Clear it. Ooh, let's see, we're on 4. I think you can hit multiple floors too, and then clear it. So we'll go to 3. Go to 3, you have to hold the door close button. And you can actually, what's kind of cool is this is something I did in the software that I didn't realize. It'll actually choose the direction. So if I hit 7, you can see the up arrow turns on. And if I hit 1, it's gonna do an up call first. And if I hit 1, the down comes on. That's actually kind of an unintended consequence. I didn't actually realize that in the programming, and I didn't feel like changing it. So that's a little fun Easter egg that you guys know about now. But we'll go to 5, hold the door close, and up it is at 5. So, turn that off. Even has an alarm, which, yeah, that was a bad hardware design on my part. A lot of electromagnetic interference that freaks that thing out. So we would ideally need to change some power supplies around and things like that. So it's the only problem with that panel. There is the black button Otis panel. The Otis Touch. It's got a new logo, a Park logo, which is pretty cool. Big old plate. This here is a new part, at least for me. See, this is the old Westinghouse pop-out. And you can see here on the side it lights up. I actually have our other pop-out button at my house right now, and I'm going to design a circuit for it. Once we can get that working, we'll kind of apply the same thing to this.
Someday that will be going on St. Louis.
Yeah, hopefully I can make something work for this, but that's going to require some custom electronics. All right, over here we got some more lanterns. Let's go ahead and listen to the satisfying Dover bell.
Where I can put Jared?
I think so. We've got innovation. We've got the, oh, I don't even remember what this was. I did a video on this and I forgot what it was. I guess in post I'll put what it is. Got some more EPCO. Oh, there's one I wired. More EPCO and an Otis car top. Some more EPCO, Kone 220, Schindler HT, more EPCO, Otis. Oh, I forgot I wired this up. With the cool red lights and an armor with rotodial. Oh, and of course, Schindler. Here's a new part. I just gave this to Andrew, an ERM car top. This thing's kind of neat. Schindler Vandal Resistant, the Superior button, car top, and actually, I guess that came from a Homewood Suites. Schindler button, and then there's the wood ThyssenKrupp. And there's a Schindler R Series, which I don't think we have is it R Series? I don't know, the little square one. We've got another, we got the Southern GAL, Alderson, EPCO, and Montgomery. I think the Montgomery is wired up. Yeah, it's just kind of dead. Here we've got a few parts just along the shelves. I'll kind of pan the camera and you can enjoy what you see. Just a bunch of random stuff. Rollers, guide rail, or not guide rail, but like the shoes, I2 valve, lanterns, car top controls, random different parts. Got a couple indicators hiding actually down beneath the thing there, but don't feel like getting that out. There's one of the Church Avenue panels. Now, before we get to the table, let's go ahead and get this stuff on the end. Here is our old Otis controller. Otis tag here. This here is kind of a donor part. Is this like the donor part, I guess? Like the old Otis panel? We're missing the light switch.
Actually, that is awaiting a donation. I'm going to find
a light switch.
I'm basically going to buy, I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll put a light switch in on blocks. But I'm trying to find one of those in crappy condition with a good light switch. But every one I get is in excellent condition.
With no light switch.
Well, actually, the last one I got, it's at the house. I bought it. I was going to pull the light switch out of it, but it had a history. It served in the residential elevator, and it is in absolutely mint condition with a pristine chocolate patina, I don't know how to say the word. So I can't, I mean, like I said, with its history, I'm not going to pull a part off that.
Yeah.
So this one is awaiting the
a
light
part.
switch.
Yep.
Because that is a very high rise for a single
7th floor.
Single button. I have another one on display, which you'll see in a minute, that has the 2 racks.
Oh, yep. There's the governor. I've shown how that works in previous videos. Don't remember which one. So if you want to find out, go watch the other videos. Here's another governor. Here's a emergency brake reset tool. It's kind of cool. And then real quick along down here, we've got some Epco, CJ Anderson. Here's the Shepherd crank. Here's a new crank. This is actually a new one. New Otis one. Well, it's not new, but new to the museum. We got these really beefy switches on it. There's the emergency operation. And then, of course, to make it go, there's
Pretty
up.
sure that came out of high-rise building because it's at least 3 speeds.
Yep. Here is the Southern button. This one has a funny beeper. Yep, this actually is part of this panel though. That was the fire service beeper. There's the Otis. All right, now for the top here. Here we have the cranks, and I actually did a whole video about all of these cranks with the stands. So if you want to see how all of these were made, feel free to watch that video. There's the Westinghouse, the Otis, one of the Houghtons, the Burwack, which I realize that's kind of a design flaw. That was on my part. I didn't measure good enough. This one has a switch on it. The other Houghton, and the American. Here's some of the logos, and of course, our some of our sponsors or supporters and donors here.
If you look above the bulletin board,
oh yeah,
watch this.
Yep, there is the display, or the I guess it's like a sales sample.
That came from ThyssenKrupp or TK Roanoke.
Yep, and it demonstrates the door sensors, the little blinky door sensors.
For about a minute or two.
Here's like a light demo as well, which I don't feel like plugging in right now.
That's cool though.
Here is actually this was from Midwest Elevator. This here is actually a demonstration of the Adams Life jacket. This is what is on the
single bottom jacket.
Yeah. So how it works is basically like a governor. So in normal operation, it kind of stays up, which, you know, to get it to stay up is kind of annoying. But then if you were to drop the elevator, it catches and it locks in the piston, so it grabs it. And that is how you kind of,
it won't go anywhere.
There's the selector and the old phone. All right, so on this side, there's a GAL indicator. Got ThyssenKrupp. And it got dark. Let there be light. Oh boy, there we go. And it's gonna do its little cycle thing. There it goes. All right, so back to this shelf. We've got ThyssenKrupp. Oh, I actually wired this one. That's cool. Here is Westinghouse. Some more Westinghouse. Armor. And the Schlieren. Old Kone. And ThyssenKrupp safety ambassador button. Here's a Houghton shelf. We got some Houghton tags. There's the button to turn on the demo unit, or this thing. Here is the Houghton car top, a Houghton call button, another Houghton call button, another Houghton call button, but this one's triangle, and yet 2 more Houghton call buttons. A lot of call buttons. There's a bunch of US buttons, circle buttons, a Montgomery car top, and the Turnbull button. with the rotor dial and an open spot to put stuff. Got an old Dominion car panel call button thing there. The National elevator, for whatever reason, it's not working. Oh, no, it's working. I just didn't push hard enough. And then here is the, do we finally have a key for this? Oh, we do, sweet. Look at that. Finally have the fire key so we can turn on the light and see the fire service, but there's the Schindler-Houghton panel. Here's the Dominion panel, which have dirty contacts, very dirty contacts. Here's some Westinghouse. This is a part that I did recently here. I don't know if I posted the video of it yet, but this is the old Thyssen button. You can see here when you press the buttons in, they light up. This one's kind of dirty, but they light up both the light bulb and the arrow. And then if you flip this switch here, it turns on the out of service light. This is a new piece. At least since I've seen it, it's a Westinghouse car panel, a little 6-stop with the black buttons. We have these like kind of neat key switches here. Ooh, that's satisfying. There's the Diesel Ducey button, Schindler M series. That's not the Diesel Ducey show panel, that is from the other bank, from the Church Avenue garage. Here's the flopper. As you can see here by its big old floppiness. But it's EPCO, which is kind of neat. Here's one of those cheap buttons. I don't remember what brand this thing is. It's like the cheap call buttons. Got a wheelchair lift panel. The weird car top from the US. Another Houghton car top. GAL vandal resistant. This is kind of just a funky custom car top. And another kind of funky car top with these really clicky buttons. Some more Schindler M series. This one has the arrows, which looks really cool. There's the Dover panel, which we actually stuck a Miami logo on it, which looks really cool. There's some US. No, I didn't make the keys do anything. And soft touch US. Here's the really weird small Dover panel. Is this one of the Wells Fargo buttons? It's like a weird.
Yes, that one actually had a button
it's like
placed.
It's like a WEPCO. Why did I say WEPCO? An EPCO button. This one's kind of cool. 21st floor only, floors 8 through 20. Was this in the lobby?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. The custom one. And here's an old pull the rope stopper. Here's the Turnbull car panel. The very dramatic lights. Some monitor. This is what we call the ghetto button. And old armor. These are really satisfying buttons. Oh, gotta hit the stop switch. Click. That kind of boring indicator, and then a Westinghouse. That was a 25, like 26, 27 floor, 28 floor, I can't count number of floors. This is a new piece we got, the elevator emergency bell. There's actually a bell in there, which is neat. It's Westinghouse. We got some arrow indicator things up here. I guess you can see those. We just kind of put this here for now, so it's covering the US. Here's a little sales sample. Some ThyssenKrupp buttons, and some Schindler. Why is that not working? I guess we don't have a battery in it. Oh, there's the 3D printed button I made, which I'm actually gonna make a V2 of this button that hopefully will be way better. Here's some Dover stuff. Here's one of those CJ Anderson lever switches. Lots of Dover. I didn't wire that yet. It's the old call button. Impulse, and just like a random Kone button here, which, oh yeah, there it works. Don't know why that's there, that shouldn't be there. Here's this old, like I guess Otis or whatever, call button.
Otis.
Kone, Innovation, I guess Innovation Bruiser.
That used to light up.
Yeah, I think we butchered it. Some more ThyssenKrupp, Armor VR. Whoops. Well, that's in pieces, maybe I'll pull that out. And one of these kind of like cheap things. We might replace those with something cooler. Down here is the indicator for the armor panel. Here's the big panel Andrew was talking about.
That's
the the wide one. 1D and 1U, very interesting.
Inch down.
That's such a weird spot for those. Like you would actually think those are floor buttons. It's more Otis. Here's the Thyssen button. The CLP for it. Looks like the battery's kind of dying. Is there an alarm? Nope, didn't put an alarm on. I think this doesn't do anything. No, the key switch doesn't do anything. and a GL Jet Plus panel. Kind of showed this earlier, but here's the things on the top of this little stacked shelf. Bunch of indicators. Hot and car panel, armor, Kone, Thyssen with Schaefer, more Schindler, Arrow Heart on the Alamo panel, more Schindler, the rotary button. I don't even remember, what was this?
What? That is transport.
Transporta. I knew it was transport something. I guess I just put an A on the end. Has a really cool light switch. If you ever come down here, try the light switch or the I/O switch. It's really cool. Schlieren, when you call the elevator, it goes out of service. The pane. It's very painful to push. This Schlieren button. Some Westinghouse, different types of Westinghouse. Armor car top. Seeburg. The weird French button. The tiny Schindler. ABC, the Cobra with replace buttons,
That button's original.
General, the Redding, more Transporta, a stop switch, black button car top. I think this is like a British button.
That's a very rare.
It's lift, press for lift. Titan, Warren, Plate, Montgomery, Dover, Southern. Some more small buttons, Schindler, Innovation Sales Samples. Oh, another Southern, Titan again, an Andrew tag, some old GAL black buttons. Oh, there's the rotary button. F. Grote, Canton, Southern, Westbrook, so a bunch of different brands. There's the R&O, another Southern. The weird, I think we said this was a Houghton, right, or Westinghouse?
We don't know.
And then there's this big beefy thing.
I think that's pain.
Yeah, I think so. Got the spare parts in there, got the big, huge Schindler Houghton indicator at the bottom. I see you wanting to do something. What is Andrew doing here? Oh, he's playing, okay. Here's the big indicator from Macy's, which I want to do something at some point, but I don't have a good place to mount it yet. Up here are some more non-interactive parts that are still just fun to look at. Here's the Deve button. It's the only one that lights up. So, Dover VR. There's this kind of neat Epco, very small. The monitor, which I guess took the battery out, and Curtis. Oh, you have two of these. Found another one in the other unit. Here's the boss button, or as Cody and I like to call it, the button. This is the Murphy panel. Some modern Schindlers, the Mac car top, an indicator, a bunch of local 8 stickers, some indicators, a open spot, which is annoying, but I'll fill something in there. Westinghouse, Dewhurst. Ooh, this is cool. Rosenberg. This is Arrowheart, I think, yeah. Otis, and then the Kone button, which is working very well, actually. Down here on the bottom, we've got the Schlieren COP, the Titan call button, or not the call buttons, the car panel. Some more Schaefer. If you turn this off, the alarm doesn't work. So flip this on for the alarm, and if you turn this on, that's why the switch is there, because you can turn everything on. And if you flip this, it just is annoying. So that's all the secrets of that panel. Some more Deve. Just lights up. I forgot that I wired this up. The Westinghouse GL Jet Plus. This is another, this is a, what is this? This was another Schaefer. You can see.
Such an Art Deco font.
You can see that this lights up text, which looks cool, and each floor has its own one that lights up. And this one has another alarm, which you can't control that with. There is a panel Andrew foams over. And to finish off the main unit here, we have the ThyssenKrupp panel.
That panel down there is an old Dover panel.
Yep, what's
and it
this?
lights up 3 different colors. Some blueprints.
Oh, I haven't looked at those yet. So that pretty much concludes the main unit. We're not going to really take too much look at the secondary, but this here, I figured I'd go ahead and just do a brief pan through of this. This is all of our extra stuff. And it's kind of a big mess right now because it is, and I just haven't been down here in a while to really work on anything. But the idea will be at some point to have some display on this side and then get much better storage on this side, because right now it's just we have it in cardboard boxes and things like that. So get some nicer ways to store things and organize it and do that. But for now, this is what we have. So one real notable thing here is the Otis pie plate selector. Yeah, we have 2 of them now actually. So we're gonna do a quick demo of this thing. So to demonstrate this, I actually am going to spool this thing all the way to the top. And because I don't wanna, do this, you don't wanna watch this, I'm going to just cut here real quick. All right, so it is here at the top. I'm going to let it go and we can watch it go down. So you can see the initially switches over here, which that motor would actually do. This motor would actually move stuff around. But you can see how it starts moving down. This has done its thing. And now this starts moving down, which realistically, this would actually kick up like this. So the solenoid would pop this up so that the plates aren't actually touching the contacts. And then it would drop down when it's ready to start leveling here. So like this, and then it would stop. So we'll just watch this thing continue all the way down. All right, and it's at the bottom, and we're just gonna let it crash pretty far into the basement here. So there it goes. So that is one of our pie plate selectors. Here's the other one. This one is a lot smaller and a lot simpler actually. So we can run this thing here. You can see it was looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stop. Yep. So I can actually roll this and you can see it essentially does the same thing, except it has just a lot less parts on it. It's a lot smaller, so that's cool. And actually this battery's about to die. So this is kind of a perfect time to end this. We'll just do one more pan of everything.
And we need to get some ice cream.
Yeah, it is very hot down here, but at some point this unit will be ready to kind of show off, but you can kind of see some of the things we have in here for now. So this is just something for you guys to look forward to in the future, because we have boxes of stuff to go through. So anyway, with that, thank you for watching this tour. Hope you enjoyed it. And
that will be it.